Good evening, StreamYard and YouTube users. This is Philip Reynolds. This is the Pavilion. That's my channel, so to speak. And before I start, I want to say that this isn't necessarily good kid-friendly material because you never know when I might say the wrong word or something like that. But that's today's broadcast is kind of basically my take on things, and that's hey Sean. First off, this is going to be my last YouTube live like YouTube uh, video. I'm going to switch over to using OBS, and trust me, I'm somebody's going to have to show me how to use this because I am literally lost. I don't know how to use OBS at all. But I figure if Rob can learn how to use it, anybody can learn how to use it. It's just I may take a while in order to figure it out. Yeah, this is my kind of last live broadcast on YouTube. I do plan on doing my 12-hour Black Friday thing, but it might not be on that day. It might take me a while because I'm going to be trying to learn how to use OBS and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been trying to look at some of those, Sean, on YouTube, but they're not. I mean, I almost need like a dummy for dummies OBS type thing because I'm not the brightest tool in the. I almost needed like step by step type thing on how to do it. But I figure it's one of those things you just kind of learn as you go, and maybe people like Al and Rob and Ron and stuff like that will come in and say, well, hey, this is what you need to do, and this is what you need to do, and through the process of doing that I'll get better and better. But to me, it's like going back to square one using like StreamYard and that. It's like you don't know anything, and after about 5 or 6 tries, you kind of know everything, and it seems like, well, what was the problem to begin with? No, but I really came on to talk about put my 2 cents in on this controversy and that, and maybe ID Jester's right, and that we're all making much more of this than it really is. But then, too, I think of like the Saturday morning cartoon thing where what happened is the FCC mandated that there be a minimum of 3 hours of kid-friendly, you know, content on the air, and as a result, what wound up happening is Saturday morning cartoons went away because of it, and it's sad because the things that maybe me and Sean and some of the other guys grew up with, you know, our kids today don't even know what a Saturday morning cartoon is. And the best you could tell them, it's kind of like Boomerang or Nickelodeon or something where it's nothing but you know, from 7 o'clock in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, it's nothing but cartoons and that, and it was neat. I mean, I got up 7 o'clock, had my bowl of cereal, was watching, you know, whatever came on, and I'd be up. I'd be watching it until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. and it was fun. It's just something I did every weekend when I was a kid. And the other thing about it is, I think that one of the things that YouTube might or could wind up doing is saying, hey, for every hour or half hour of adult content that you have, you might have to have 10, 15 minutes of kid-friendly content. And then it becomes, well, what is kid-friendly content? Because you can't say I always think of the George Carlin, the 7 things you can't say on TV. Then it becomes, what are the 7 things you can't say on YouTube? And it's pretty much kind of the same thing. And what I might consider kid friendly, you may not consider kid friendly. And it's really interesting that I just think YouTube is blowing it out of proportion, really, in all honesty. What I think is that if you want to make it a pay for like so over many 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours. There are people that will be glad to do a package deal or something like that, but don't make it so outrageous that it's your average Joe Schmo small guy is not going to be able to do it. I enjoy doing this. This is fun for me. This is a hobby. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I like games. I've always have liked games, and I found a community in the FOC, basically, that they like me, they support me, and I like. I just feel part of something, and that's what I want to do is to feel a part of something, and I just like doing the sports simulation games because they're fun to do, and if I played like the Chicago White Sox versus the Cincinnati Reds 25 times in a row, and I use the same lineups, the thing is if you played the White Sox and the Red Sox, 25 times in a row, you use the same lineups, you use the same pitchers. I don't care how many times you roll that, you're not going to get the same outcome all 25 times. Yeah, I think we're Tony. I think we're beyond on kids' age and Bozo and Uncle Al and Captain Kangaroo and stuff like that. But if you label your content kid friendly and you say shit or crap or damn or something by mistake, does that mean you're gonna be penalized by YouTube for doing that? They could say, well, your content now is not kid friendly, and because of that, we're gonna fine you $20 or whatever, or take you off the air. I'm not a kid. I haven't been a kid since I was in high school, and I just found a community that likes the same kind of things that I do, and that's games and that, and I want to be a part of it, and I like doing it, and like I said, I don't do this for money. I do this for fun. And what's fun for me isn't going to be the same thing that's fun for you, you know. But see, that's the reason why you have different channels. It's like TV. If you don't like what's on, switch to a different channel. Eventually you'll find something that you do like. And um, and that's just the way I see it, guys. So I'm going to wind up learning how to use OBS. I've been looking at it. I've been fiddling with it. I haven't done an online test for it yet. I wanted to try to do that tonight, but I do not know how that will go. It might take me forever, but yeah. Hey, Hal. Yeah, in jail for telling the truth. Ain't that the kick? But just know that I'm basically my live stuff is pretty much done. I'm going to try to learn OBS, and what I'm going to do is I want to record and save my stuff and then put it to YouTube after it's live. But my live stuff will be strictly on what is money? Just one 2006 Stratton eBay with extras. Yeah, I've been looking at OBS. It's like tackling a big giant or a big bear. I don't understand it, but I realize that you got to start at the newbie stage and work your way through it, and that's what I'm going to do. And if it gets to the point where I get frustrated and I'm not recording anymore, and you don't see my name out on YouTube, that's the way it is. But it doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing APA or Strat on my own. I might do it on my own. I won't be recording the stuff, which is a shame because what I do isn't for me, it's for you guys, it's for the fans. And yeah, so but I'm going to this is pretty much the end for me. I'm going to try to learn OBS. I'm going to switch over to Twitch. And when you do, that is my screen name for Twitch. That's idea of Crazy Praise. So that's what to look for when you try to look for me on Twitch. My show I'm still calling my show the Pavilion. It's just look for Crazy Praise when my name comes up, because that's what I'm using for my screen name on Twitch. But that's my 10 cents and 15 minutes of fame. So guys, keep rolling the dice. Know that God loves you and I love you. And I hate to say it, but this could be the last time you see me, but that's okay. I'm going to try to learn to do something else. If you don't see me, understand why. But I'm going to try to learn how to do OBS and get on Twitch and try to figure things out. I'm basically starting from day one again, but I'd rather learn from day one than, Not at all. So you guys take care. I love you. And it's not to say that my stuff's going away. It's just as far as live on YouTube, it'll be recorded. It won't be live. So you guys take care. Good to see you, Tony. Good to see you, Al. And all I can say is I'm going to need all the help I can. And I appreciate your guys' love and support, and it means the world to me.